Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I use Shouttracer in my videos using a desktop computer through Windows 10. I'll show you guys how you can do that with the actual app itself. I know it's for Android, it's only available through mobile. They don't really have a desktop version yet. Hopefully that's coming soon because there's a lot of quirks and a lot of bugs in the application. I think Mac is a little bit different. I think it's a lot stabler if you're using a Mac, especially if you're on a Mac Pro. I don't think you guys really have too many issues, but this is going to be using it through Windows 10, and I'll show you the editing process, how I pull the clips from the editing software itself into the Shouttracer. Okay, so first thing we're gonna just go to my editing software, which I use. Okay, so I currently use Shotcut for my editing. It's free software. I love it. Shotcut's pretty decent. If you guys are looking for a free program to use for your editing, it works very well. It's pretty simple, and there is a lot of features you can use with it. But here is the current clip. I think this is where me and Jeff are playing at the frog. What I do is I go ahead and cut out the meat of all my clips. And then on my the clips that I want to use for Shouttracer, I'll actually click. There's a way you can, on Shotcut. It's probably different on each editing program, but the Shotcut one, I just click on this clip right here. Also, you want to make sure your clips for Shouttracer, you want to have them short as possible. You want to, I would say, 10 seconds max. The shorter the better, because if you have a long file clip and you're trying to implement that on Shouttracer, it's just going to take a lot longer to render and everything, and it's going to definitely add some time to your editing. So what I do is I click on this clip. This clip's, I don't know how long, I'm sure it's under 10 seconds, but on Shotcut, you just right hand click it and you copy it, and then go to your source and click on the source tab. And you're going to see it's going to have this little bar right here. That's the part I actually edited in my timeline. This is what I cut out. This is all this over here, and this before this and after this is portions of the clip I didn't want in my video, but I can export this section alone out by itself. So how I do that, I just go to, I'm in the export section right here. You just click export and it'll pull up this box. It'll default to timeline, and that means that if I were to export this, it would export this whole timeline, which I don't want to do because I think it's like 20 minutes. So you want to select source and then export file. And then make sure you name these clips, each one. Like I named this one, that's Jeff, I believe. Jeff 1 for usually I'll just, because it's the first hole, and then I'll export it. And it already exists. I've already did these on this timeline. I've already took all the clips out. So what happens if you click yes, it'll show up over here as your jobs, and it takes about probably 30 seconds for each clip to render and export, and then it'll put it into this. These are all the ones I've exported, each clip, and they're small clips, they're under 10 seconds, and this is what you're actually going to use for Shouttracer. These are the clips, and make sure you know what file it is. This is in I named it Shouttracer Frog or whatever, so I'll know where it's at. So let's close this out. Once you I'll usually do all of it clips in one bulk for that video. If I have like 9, say or 18, let's say I have 18 clips that I want to use Shouttracer on, I'll go ahead and export all 18 clips. Then I'll go into Shouttracer and use the Shouttracer to render the tracer or whatever on the app. So we'll close this out and we'll actually go into Shouttracer. Now you cannot, there's no desktop version for Shouttracer, so you're going to have to download BlueStacks or a similar program for you to be able to use any of the Android apps from the Play Store on your desktop computer. So you just type, just go to BlueStacks, and I think it'll pop right up. And from here, you know, you can just download it. And I think there's other versions, or not versions, but there's different types of software that you can actually use to run mobile apps. But this is the one I use. Seems like most of the people use this. It's pretty much, I guess it was developed for games that you can play for mobile, but you can use it for Shouttracer. So once you download it, you know, you want to open it up, and it'll open up this, and it'll load. It takes a minute. All right, we have this open. Click on My Games up here, left-hand corner. Let me expand this. You'll see the Google Play. I already have Shouttracer downloaded, but you won't. So you'll go to Google Play if you don't have this. And you might, I'm pretty sure you have to sign into your Google account. It'll probably ask for that, and then you just search. Just type Shouttracer. It'll pop up. And that's the one, and it does cost, I think it's $6. I'm not sure. It's not showing it because I already have it on here, but I believe it's like around $5 or $6 for the app. So we're gonna have this. We'll back out of here, and then it'll pop up here, Shouttracer. Oh yeah, one thing you might want to do if you do use this, make sure before you start, go into your Google Play and check out your apps, just to make sure that there's no updates on Shouttracer, because I'm always looking for updates on it. Every time I see an update on Shouttracer, I'm updating it, because it's buggy, you'll see, and there's a lot of things that need to be fixed on it. So just make sure you check, make sure there's no updates for it. Okay, so we'll open the Shouttracer, and it'll open up a box like this. You won't have this in the beginning. This is one clip I rendered already. Yeah, this is, I did one already, but I'll show you how to do one. So you're not gonna have anything on here when you first open this up. So to bring in your clips, you're gonna hit this plus sign down here. And these are just clips from older videos and stuff I did. This is a recent one I did, but you want to click these bars up here, and it's going to give you some options, and you're going to pick from Windows. That's going to allow you, wherever your file's at, wherever you downloaded them to, whatever file, you're going to go to that one. So I'll go here, here, and this is the one I've already did, Jeff 1, and we'll find mine in the first, I think it's the first T. Where's Mark 1? Here's Mark 1. So we'll open up this one. This is the one I want to do next. And these are all the files I exported from Shotcut, from my timeline. So we'll open this up, and then it's going to open. So these all I've already imported. So these are old. I actually need to delete all these. You're not going to see it on here for some reason once this pops up, but you'll see a message on this bottom. I don't know if you saw it. There's a pop-up message. It'll say it downloaded. So just close this out. This is going to pop up. Just let it do its thing. Just close it out up here, and then Shouttracer is going to come back. You want to hit this plus again, and recent. You want to go to recent. And you click on it, see nothing happens. You gotta kind of go over here because it's buggy. I don't know why this program is the way it is. But just click outside this area and it'll pull it up. It should be right here. Sometimes it'll show you the actual picture of it, sometimes it won't. So just click on that. Left click, by the way. And you'll notice it'll pop up here. This is the one I just imported in here. And it'll have a gear and a trash can. Now this one's got a gear, play button, and a trash can. This is the one I've already rendered through Shouttracer. So when you've already rendered them, it'll have a play button here. And you can delete these. Like sometimes I'll have like 5 or 6 and then just get, you know, they get kind of confusing. So I'll delete them. I mean, it won't delete it completely. It'll just delete them off this screen. So you can always hit that trash button. Let's say remove video, but it's still there. You just removed it off this main screen. Okay, so you want to go click on the gear to get this started. Now it's gonna find like your impact where you actually hit the ball. And it always, I don't know why, on my shot tracer, almost every time, 99% of the time, it's like 2 frames behind it. So it calls back here, ball's here, I haven't hit it yet. So you hit this big arrow, and it'll go up 1 frame. And I haven't hit the ball yet, so I'll go up 1 more. And I haven't made contact yet, so 1 more. It's like 2 or 3 frames usually. Okay, there we go. There's the first impact. So you hit next. And it's going to take a little bit. It doesn't take too much time. Now this is where the bugginess starts. Now this shot tracer on this crashes. It just freezes, just shuts down through this process. And it all depends. Like sometimes it won't. Sometimes it'll make it through a whole video, no problems. But majority of the time, it's going to crash like somewhere in between the beginning and the end from this point on to when you finish the clip. And I mean, it is painful, but I don't know any other faster way. I've seen some people do it on Premiere Pro by manually doing it, and that looks like a process, and it looks like that takes a lot more time, and it looks very tedious. So this is probably a lot easier than doing that. Unless you have like a Mac Pro or use an Apple, I'm sure you don't get the crashes. See it now, it just crashed. So you want to hit the gear again. It should bring it back up. Now one good thing it does, if it does crash, it saves it from wherever it crashed. So you don't have to go back and do each step. It carries on, which is okay. Now this right here, you have A, B, C, and D, and that's majority of the time A will be highlighted, and that'll be the one it'll show your shot tracer from here. And it didn't pick up mine for some reason. It didn't pick it up, and this is what happens if it doesn't pick it up. You won't see it shoot out here. You'll see manual selected. But if it does, if you have an arc, you'll have like A. Sometimes you'll have B selection. It'll give you a choice. But this one unfortunately did not pick it up, so we have to go manual. So it's already selected, so we'll go next. And then see it crashes and you have to open it back up. So we'll hit the gear, and then it goes in edit mode. You got launch, landing over here. So from here you can actually adjust the point where the ball leaves. I know I hit this one to the right. Pushed it out like my misses always do into the trees over there. So that looks like a good arc from the beginning. And then you click on landing, and there's 2 bars over here, like sliders. This is like where it lands, and this is gonna like the height of it. But you can adjust it, I think, left or right too. Versus like if you wanted to, if it was a fade or a draw, you can adjust that as well. So this looks probably where I hit it at. So this looks good. You can do pitch and chip shots too. I think it comes out, the arc looks a little different. I've never tried it though. So you hit next, and then it's probably gonna crash again like it does. But it saves, like it'll save that point, so you don't have to, you shouldn't have to go back and readjust your arc. It should save it. That's one good thing, because I don't think I would use it. If I had to go back and do that process over and over again, there's no way I would use it. Now I guess you could probably use it too through your phone app. I don't know, I'm guessing it might be a little more stable just because it's designed for a mobile app on Android. But in that case, you just, when you're exporting your files through whatever software program you use for your editing, you'd have to import them onto your phone, then put them in the shot tracer, and then export them, and then export them from your phone back onto your computer, which is another whole step. And I'm trying to eliminate as many steps as possible, because you guys know when we edit these videos, it's a process. Especially shot tracer just added a whole nother element to it. Yeah, see now this will happen too. The whole program will just crash, so you just reopen it. That happens quite a bit, and it just does it. Sometimes I won't do it, sometimes it does. And we'll click on the gear again. Hopefully it'll bring us, see, it saved the arc here, so you don't have to redo that, which is a good thing. But next, sometimes I have to do this like 5 or 6 times. Now this is the actual arc. If you like it, this is what it's going to look like. You can change the color to whatever color you want. And there's probably unlimited colors you can use. And then also the line thickness, if you want like a real thick line, or thin. The laser is just like the outer ports of the line, outer sections of the line. It just glows a little bit. These I really haven't used. There's a target. If I wanted to put where the pin was, I could put target in and implement it right there, and it would do like a blinking arrow down to where the pin's at. I mean, if the program was stabler and it was faster, I'd probably use that all the time, but it's not, so it's just, I don't even want to deal with it. You can make your ball explode, or you can put smoke or rocket. There's all kinds of different effects you can put on it. I'm just going to leave it here, and we'll save it. Now it's gonna export your video. Once you get to this point right here, usually it doesn't crash. Like once you get to that finished part, it's usually good after that, so you're done. I would say this one was like an average video for me. Some of them take a little bit longer, some of them crash more, and some of them don't. So this is pretty much the process on what I have to use on each clip. I don't know, the Harry Golfer, I think he said it the best, where if you're on YouTube and you're watching a golf vlog and they're using Shouttracer, I don't care how bad the video sucks, hit the thumbs up, because if you use Shouttracer, you know how much of a pain it is to use. So yeah, that was from the Harry Golfer. Shout out to the Harry Golfer, by the way, Simon. Big shout out to you. I appreciate the shouts out you gave to me. And guys, check his channel out. He has actually got a Shouttracer video on his, and he uses different editing software than I use. It's pretty similar, but check it out. It's pretty cool. He's got a tutorial on that, but he also has a lot of course vlogs. He's got a lot of tips on his channel. Amazing guy, great content. I'll put his link below to his channel, so check him out. Make sure you guys subscribe to him as well. You won't be disappointed. Shout out to the Harry Golfer. But yeah, this is a process. I mean, I'm hoping they'll come out with something for desktop, so we don't have to go through the BlueStacks. Okay, so it's done, and it's gonna give you an option to play. So you just want to play it, and this one's not playing.
Oh no!
You can hear the sound, but it's not playing the video for some reason. It's done this a couple times, but I think the video is okay. It's just something with the Shouttracer. We'll hit play again and see if it moves. And it probably won't. No. And it doesn't.
Oh no.
Nope. Alright, so we'll open this back up. We'll do one more, see if we can get the next one to work. So we're gonna click the plus. Gotta pick from Windows. And it always defaults over here. Which I can change that. So we go into our file. And we just to open it. And down here at the bottom right hand corner, you're gonna see it pop up. It'll tell you when it's been downloaded. Right here, Media Manager, okay. It'll probably give you a notification too, but yeah, once you see that, you're good to go. You can just close this out. This always pops up. Just close this out. And then back into Shouttracer, hit the plus. It's already on recent. Just kind of click away from it. It's kind of annoying. And we'll go to this one. Now this one down here, you see the play. This is the previous one we just did. So here's the new one. We're gonna click this. This is Jeff at hole number 2 at the Frog. Beautiful course, by the way. Fairways were just amazing there. Course was in great shape. If you guys are in Georgia, you might want to check out the Frog. Okay, so it's gonna look for impact, and it's probably not gonna get it because it never does. See, that's where it stopped. Not even close to the ball. See, 1 frame. Nope, 2 frames. There we go, okay. So it's about 3 frames off. Click next. Hopefully it'll pick it up because I want to show you guys what it looks like if it does pick it up. In mine, I don't know, sometimes it's if it does pick it up, probably about, maybe about 60% of the time it's right. It all depends. I think it depends on the angle too you're shooting from, and the light and all that if it picks it up. But I think a lot of it has to do with the app though. The app definitely needs to be updated. I'm just surprised that there's not alternative apps out there, or someone hasn't came up with something that's a lot more stable than this. Okay. Let's see. Okay, this one picked up something because you see the A highlighted. Manual isn't. If you want to do manual, you click on manual. Okay, so here's the ball flight, and it's going to crash. Then these flip. See how these flipped? This was I don't know why it did that, but this is the one we're working on. I know that because there's no play button. And then, sometimes it'll show you the picture. Click on that. And this one, sometimes, I don't know, there's only been occasions where I'll have 2 different options. I've never made it to where it gave me more than 2. Yeah, that one might be accurate. Okay, so if that looks good, you can always adjust it if it's not where it wants to be. If you want to raise it up, if, let's say you hit this ball up here or over here, you just go to manual and you can adjust the shot tracer how you want it. Okay, so we'll hit next, and it might crash. See if it does. Okay. Actually, I think it'll let you adjust it. I forgot. Yeah, it will let you adjust the height and stuff from here, even if you don't choose manual. And then it'll crash too. I'm going to adjust where the ball came down. I mean, it takes patience. If you guys use Shouttracer, or if you guys haven't used Shouttracer and want to use it, this is what you're going to have to be dealing with. And the whole thing just crashed. I mean, I would love to use Shouttracer on all my shots, or at least, up to the, 100 yards out, but it's just too much. If I have to go through this, every time I want to use a Shouttracer and a shot, it's just too much. So I just limit mine to just pretty much the tee shots. Okay, we're gonna raise the height of that. This one will go left or right. See how you go way up here, or down here. And then this fingerprint, you can move it left or right. You can adjust it that way as well. So we'll click next, and let's see it crash. And yeah, we'll get rid of this. This one, just gets in the way. Click the gear. Next. There we go. Okay, once you usually get to this point right here, it doesn't really crash. Pretty much if you're at this point, you're pretty much good. All you gotta do is save it. And we're gonna see if it's on the playback, if it shows us the full thing, because the other one didn't. I don't know if it was because I had to do it manually on the first clip. It just wouldn't show it to us. So we're gonna try this. See if it actually shows us the video and without, or with the sound versus just the sound. Alright, so it's done, it's added to the library. Click play, let's see if it, nope, this one's not playing back for some reason. Okay. I don't know why. It's never done that before, like twice in a row, where it won't show you the actual playback of it. Okay, so now if you wanted to export these files, let me see if I remember. This is kind of confusing. Go over here to your home up here at top left. There's Shouttracer. You're gonna have this folder, the system folder, and click on the little media manager when you open that up, and it's gonna pull up your process. Process the ones you actually did Shouttracer on. So we did this one, and this one. Well, I did this one. You guys didn't see me do this one, but I got 3 right here. So what we're going to do, like, say I wanted to export these 3. Let's see, export to Windows. Click that, and then you'll see that check mark. This one's not selected. We'll select that. This one's not selected. We'll select that one. So these are the 3. If you had, usually I'll do a whole, excuse me, usually I'll do a whole, like say I've had 18 in my whole video, I'll do the 18 through Shouttracer, and then when I'm done with Shouttracer, I would come here, select the 18, and then export it. So once these are selected, you said export to Windows. It should ask you for where at in Windows, what file. So we'll put it back. Where was it? Shouttracer the frog. We'll put it back. Usually I'll put it in the same folder. And right now it's downloading, and I'll bring this folder over here so you can see it. And so here's the original one from my editing software that I exported, and this is the one from Shouttracer after I process it through Shouttracer. It's going to have the same name, and it's going to have numbers after the file, after your name. I just keep them all in the same folder, that's why I know which one's which. And let's see, it should be 3. Yeah, there's 1, 2, there's 3. I didn't do all of them yet, I was doing a couple to show you guys. Alright, so we'll close this out, we'll close Shouttracer out. This is my favorite part, like, I'm done with Shouttracer for this video. This is my favorite part, absolutely. Close that out. Okay, so we got the frog, we're gonna open it up. Take a second. Okay, here's my timeline. We'll close this out. Playlist. So see, here's all my clips over here. This is the raw footage. This is pretty much the front 9 of this course. And originally what I would do, I would take out each clip and then, you know, find out which one I wanted to use for Shouttracer, pull that clip and then cut it, put it in my timeline, export it, and then take it to Shouttracer. But that was taking way too long. So what I do now is I cut out the meat, which is down here. This is pretty much, it's not fully edited, but all the meat's cut out. And this was the first clip that I exported out. But this isn't the one I want to use because it doesn't have, I'll play it, it doesn't have the Shouttracer in it. Yeah, that's like, there we go. Okay, so there's no Shouttracer. So what you want to do, you want to go to your file. Now I don't know, it's going to be different on the software program, but Shotcut, you're going to go to the file that you have your Shouttracer processed videos in, which is this one right here. Let me minimize this if I can. Oh, sorry. Okay. So this clip right here is pretty much this clip with the Shouttracer. So in Shotcut, you want to just drag it and drop it right here on the source. This is the source area. Drop it there. And you're gonna get a pop-up, convert to edit friendly. I don't know why it's the same. It's like an MP4 file.
That's how it's gonna be all day, Jeff.
before I put it in the Shouttracer. When I get out of Shouttracer converts it to a movie file. Don't know why, and I checked the settings. I don't know if there's a way to change it or not, but that's what it puts it to. So we'll click OK, and it's going to convert it. You know, you can change the name if you want. Just save it. And what it's going to do, top right corner, it's going to convert it. Doesn't take too long. But once it's done, it'll pop it down here at the bottom of my, this is my playlist. So what I'll do, I'll take this one out until I get this done. Let's let it convert first. Okay, so it's converted. Got the green arrow, little check mark. It's down here. So if I double click it, here's what it's gonna look like. Should have Shouttracer. There it goes, Shouttracer. Okay, it's ready to be put in the timeline. Now I got this one that's the exact same length. I just cut it, so pretty much I'm just gonna right click it and delete it. There you go, delete, okay. And I have to reopen this one. So reopen it and it'll slot it. It should just fit right in there.
Is this how it's going to be all day, Jeff?
I don't know. Sometimes I won't. Okay. Well, there we go. It's in the timeline now. And there it goes. Shouttracer's in. And I'll go to the second one. Say no Shouttracer. So what I'll do usually is, like I said, I'll take all my 18 files, I'll convert all of them through Shouttracer, put them back in here, export them back in here, and then once I'm in my software program, I'll go ahead and put them in my time or my playlist. Like I go ahead and do this one, which is, that was Mark 1. So there's Mark 1, that's the same as this clip, but this one's the one that's converted to Shouttracer. So I'll clip on that, just drop it right there, hit OK, it's going to convert it. And once it's done, it's going to go right into my timeline. Save. And then once it's converted, you know, I'll do all of them. I'll do all 18, whatever, how many I have, and then go through my timeline. And then as I go through it, delete the original ones, and then replace it with the converted ones. It is a process. It adds, oh geez, it probably, I would say 3 hours probably on each video it adds at least. Just Shouttracer. Just because it's not like going to Shouttracer and putting your videos in, it's the actual Shouttracer itself. Just time it, you know, it crashes, and that's what takes the longest. Just dealing with all the quirks in Shouttracer versus the actual physically going in there and moving files around. But yeah, that's how it's pretty much done. If you guys want a tutorial or information on doing shotcut, I'm not an expert. I'm pretty new to this editing stuff, so but I can probably help you out if you guys want just the basics and how I do my like editing through Shotcut. Let me know and I'll be happy to do a video for you guys. But that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know like your experience on Shouttracer, if you haven't used it and think about using it, or if you've used it, what you think. And if there's like an easier way, you guys know, through the desktop Windows version, which I don't think there's an actual desktop Windows version, but this is the closest you can get to it right now. Hopefully that'll change pretty soon. But yeah, just comment below and I appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, hit like. And if you guys are new to the channel, haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. It's totally free and I appreciate it. And I will see you, hopefully next time I see you, I'll be on the T-Box. You guys take it easy.